Hey everybody, it's Christine, and I am up today with a new layout for the scrap room. I am using the February Flavors of the Month kit, and I am using the Simple Stories page kit in this one with the Romance collection. This is a beautiful collection. You can see I'm starting things off with some fussy cutting. One of my favorite techniques. I used one of the pattern papers to start with that, and then I'm going to go and take a big risk here and cut into this patterned paper. Now, I totally love this paper as it is, but I had a different vision for the direction I was going. So I am being a little crazy and cutting this heart out with my craft knife. Now, seriously, it's a great paper on its own. You could totally leave it as it is. I really wanted to use the B side of this paper, and I couldn't resist myself. So I cut it out, and you can see I flipped it over. So that black and white paper that you're seeing is the B side of that other brick and heart patterned paper. And you can see I'm adding the heart back on, but I'm adding it on to the black and white side. Totally changes the whole look, doesn't it? When you see my picture in a little bit, you'll understand why I really wanted to bring in some bold color as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all those lace pieces that I fussy cut a little bit ago, and I am going to layer those down the center of my layout. I am using a regular Easy Runner Grand right across the top, and then I am using a whole bunch of 3D foam squares across the bottom. And the reason I'm doing that is I want the top to lay flat and I want the bottom to pop up so that the lace looks like it's ruffles. That's something I like to do a lot. If I see a vision for something to look like ruffles, I like to play with it and see if I can make that happen. And in this case, I was able to. Really, when I saw that patterned paper with the lace and flowers on it, that was really my jumping off point for the whole layout. I saw that, I thought I can fussy cut that and do something cool with that. And that was the direction I went. Now you can see my photo here. You can see the soft colors of my husband's face and my face, but you can also see that the background on it is really dark. So in order to make this picture really shine on a layout, I knew I needed some dark colors worked in there, but I also needed some light soft colors. And so trying to combine these two with this collection really took me a different direction than I usually go, but I think it really ended up working well in the end. Now, right now, if you're looking at it and you're going, well, the heart, it's kind of jagged, it's kind of sharp. Let's do something about that. Now, I literally stopped working at that point and walked away for the rest of the night so that I could kind of think about what my next step was going to be and how to make this layout come together in a way that I was going to like. And I decided to soften the heart up by using some gesso and some distress oxides. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking a paintbrush and a sponge, and I am just dabbing along the border of that heart and really softening the edges of it. Basically adding a whole mixed media smushed up look to it without adding too much color. And so you can see this white gesso that I'm using it dries pretty much how you're seeing it. It dries somewhat clear, but with just a little bit of white. I've used it on several layouts lately. I've used gesso more in the last probably 6 weeks than I have ever. And really I'm using it as a focal piece in my layouts. I'm not just using it as a background to keep my paper from warping. Certainly that's a definite use for it, but in my case I'm using it almost like I would use paint. Now, you can see I've got it all the way around, and you can see already the heart is getting a little bit softer on the whole thing and just calming that whole black background down a little bit. Now I'm going to take a blending tool and a distress oxide in a shade of pink that coordinates well with the colors I'm working with, and just go all around that. And what that's going to do is take that white and turn it a little bit more pink, and again just soften things a little bit more. Now this was a really fun technique to try. I've never done anything like this. It was a total risk, but I think it paid off. And sometimes we gotta take risks. That's part of the fun of scrapbooking, is you can just try things, and if you don't love it or you didn't love doing it, you don't have to ever do it again. But you can do it on one layout, and it's not going to be the end of the world if it's not perfect. And it might be something that you find out you really love and want to do over and over again. Now, I am going to sorry, lost my words there. I'm going to take on my favorite part of the process, and that is adding all the embellishments. So here, I'm going to add on some stickers, and I'm just going to build up those flowers to really create bouquets around the picture. Really was going for a very romantic and flowy feel to the whole thing. I'm also going to fussy cut. There's a third pattern paper in this page kit that you haven't seen yet, and it has beautiful flowers that seriously just scream to be cut out. And so I am going to cut those out, and not all of them. I still have some of it left, but I did cut out a good chunk of them to use to create both those clusters around my pictures as well as some additional clusters that I'm going to have added on here in a little bit. Now I'm going to add on a word here for my title, and this is kind of a strange layout for me because there's only one extra word on here. Usually I have words all spread throughout, but I'm going to add on the word adore. This came as part of the kit. It was ephemera piece, and it does not have adhesive on the back, so I'm just using my Easy Runner with the micro cartridge and just using that to get it on there nice and secure. And then I'm going to decorate my corners a little bit here and add in just a little bit more. Basically, at this point, I'm trying to get some good symmetry going on. Now, the Scrap Room Kit Club is a great club because, I mean, for so many reasons. First of all, we've got all kinds of fun happening in our Facebook group. If you haven't found our Facebook group yet, you definitely want to check that out. You can find us over on Facebook. Just check out the Facebook page and you will be able to find the group from there. We also have challenges in there. We have ideas in there. We have ideas with the kit. We have challenges with or without the kit. Anybody who loves scrapbooking can play along and have some fun. We just got a fun, silly group that's going on there. We also are a non-commitment kit club, so you can subscribe for a month, take a month off, subscribe for another month, whatever works for you. I can tell you from experience, I subscribed and thought, I'll try it for a month and I'll see what I think, and there was no turning back for me. But that option is there for you, so you're not locked into anything, which is great. It also is fantastic because you get 4 different page kits. You get to try out 4 different current new collections. And what that does is it allows you to see, hey, do I like this collection? No, I don't. I don't want to buy this whole collection. Or, yes, I do. I'm going to buy the rest of it tonight. Sometimes we think we're going to really like a collection and we don't. And these kits every month give you a chance to try out the newest stuff and get a feel for a collection and figure out, it even kind of helps me to figure out, I'm really liking the stuff this company's making right now. Or I'm not loving this one so much, and kind of the color trends and all those things. So it's fantastic for that. So be sure to check us out over on our website as well as the blog. And if you haven't hit subscribe here on this channel, please do, because we love having new viewers and we love to hear from you. So please be sure to just leave us a comment, give us a thumbs up, any of those things. We've got some great designers doing videos for us now, and the more love, the better. The more kindness we can spread around, the better. So I am finishing off my layout now. You can see I've created a cluster up to the right, cluster down to the bottom left, and I'm adding on those butterfly stickers, and that is it. So thank you so much for being here. We'll see you again soon.